All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. See, we have Rand Wolf, Splash, Vivian already in. Just let me get situated here. There we go. All right, let's take a look and see what happened over lunch. All right, I see this breaker didn't hold. Just before we got off, I pointed out that this was the key high. So if we saw any candles come and break this level, that it would flip back bullish. And so that's what happened just after 12:04. Okay, so I'd been off for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, let's see where else. All right, see, it's continuing to make highs. Earlier today, I mentioned that both ES and Dow had put in new all-time highs today, and I wondered if Nasdaq was going to make that same push. Okay, let me check the equal highs we had on the 4-hour. I think that, okay, that's 18,025, so we're really close to that level now. It's, oh, wow. Okay, so we have about 5 points or so from the most recent high to get to those equal highs on the 4-hour. Just moving up to the 5-minute, just get to a higher time frame. There you go, Brad. Welcome back, A dot. All right, I'm going back down to the 1 minute just because we're in the macro. I'll sit here for another couple minutes until we get to 10 after, and then I'll switch it over. Following that, we'll then look at the comparison chart to see what happened in the other indices for the macro period and for the lunch. And then from there, we'll just look and see what we can set up for the afternoon. You know what? Actually, I forgot my water bottle. Just give me 1 second to go grab that. All right, here we go. Miss Healthy, welcome back. Welcome back. Still haven't made a new high yet. Let's see if this next candle will make a new high and close above this high over here. I mean, we do have a wick above, but none of the candle bodies. There's 50%. It came right to it. Yep. All right, so macro period's over now. Let's drop down or move up to the 5 minute. You took it? Okay. Sweet. You still in? Or did you take it up to back to the highs around 970, 980? Well, no, yeah, somewhere in here. Oh, I'm sorry. I switched over to the 5 minute. Let me go back to the one. Okay. Yeah, you could have took it from like 930 back up to 980, or did you keep it running? Maybe at 980. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping that we would run up to, oh, it looks like maybe we got it. 25 flat. I was looking for values of 26. So we were right there. 1 point away. So let's see if this fair value gap is what's able to send price up to that extra point. Get us above on the 4 hour, those equal highs. Yeah, I see the 1 hour city. All right, so the city is at 25 and a quarter. And this high is at 25 flat. Yep. So it didn't even quite hit the city. It was one tick away. JR, welcome back. Welcome back, JR. $62, almost 62. So we did get the 50% retracement into the range of the candle bodies. If you look at the entire range, including the wicks, not quite at 50% just yet. Yeah, Ray, this weekend I'm going to have to back test what I saw from Strange ICT yesterday and just see if that works. At least on a scalping basis, something I could do on low time frames, get 5 or 10 points at a time. All right, let's see if we can make another run at these highs and get that extra point we needed to eclipse buy side liquidity on a 4 hour time frame. Okay, same levels actually on the 1 hour. So if you're looking at the 1 hour, you'll see the exact same thing. You have equal highs from last Friday on the 16th. 20 more seconds and this candle will be finished. We'll see what the next candle brings us. So far, looks like this one will be just short of making a new high or eclipsing that swing high we're looking at. Nothing. Sorry, I thought there was no more news. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing this afternoon. Just needed to reconfirm that with myself. So now we wait and see what price wants to do. In the 5 minute, we have the fair value gap sitting just below. That seems to be holding up price. We can see the candle bodies resting right on top. In fact, let's see if that wick took 50% of it. Did, matter of fact, exactly 50%. You know what? It's probably easier if we do it this way. And there's the 50% line, the wick touching it. So exactly 50% of the fair value gap. Now let's see how price reacts to it. It's one thing to hit the 50%, but if it doesn't push price upwards, then it's most likely going to come back and sweep that level. Silly Baba. Sorry about that. Well, just wait for the next setup, reduce your risk. And if you need to, if you've lost too much for the day, then let's switch over to the demo account. And if you want to continue trading, do it that way. Queen Ray caught some of it. He said he got during lunch. He caught the bottom and he ran it up to mostly to 980. But I think he may have a runner or so still in the game. But we were just looking at price action and what happened, and it's exactly well, not exactly, but it's what we were talking about earlier with strange ICT. Right, when we had a new high put in, pick this low, drag it across. Price came down and hit exactly 50% to the tick and took off. And that's what Ray jumped in on. He noticed it. calm before the storm here. Maybe we'll get a push out of here after it finishes consolidating for a few more candles. Right. Will this be the candle to do it? You only needed 1 point. Yep. 26 and a quarter will do it. There it is. All right, let's wait for this 5-minute candle to close. We see that it's already broken for a new high. Now we want to see if it closes above. Oh, OB Trader. When I said test this weekend, there's another YouTuber called Strange ICT, and he put out a video or a scalping strategy yesterday. And I watched the video last night, and it was pretty interesting. It gave some good pointers, but I need to watch it again just so I can fully understand the strategy and then go and back test it. So again, it's Strange ICT is the name. Okay, 1 more minute until this candle closes. We want to see where the body is. Oh, you saw it, Obi? Okay. Queen, I see you. No, Khaled, it's not just you. It's just if you look at where the consolidation is, like we jumped on here at 1 o'clock. So it started on this candle. This is 1 o'clock through now. So this is the only portion that we've watched. So yeah, it feels like it's moving slow. All right, another 9 seconds. See if we can't get a closure above that previous cluster of bodies right here. Closure above 21. And we got it, I think. We sure did. Now let's see if 50% of this candle becomes bounce for the next move up. Yeah, Queen, where do you have the market make and buy model closing out? I had it finishing like right where we are now. I didn't have the upper the high as where the market make and buy model ends. Are you looking for what's that 18 like 120, the ultimate all-time high? Like, do you think it's going to get above that fair value gap? Yeah, I saw that, Ray. Yeah, they're 90%, and they have the 1 day pass until what, the 27th. So you have 4 or 5 more days to pick that up. Sorry, I heard my dog barking. I thought he needed something. All right, see if we get a new high put in, and there it is. All right, let's see if we can close. We can close above this previous candle. Hmm. All right, let's try this one now. We did get a closure above. See if we get a retrace down to the 50% and then another push upwards. $822. Yeah, that's $4 grand per contract, Ray. That would have been unbelievable. Splash. Let me take a look at ES for you. So you're struggling to find where to go, Let's see. Let's go up to the hourly. Let's look at that. Right. Let's grab this Fibonacci. Let's run it all the way down. All right, Splash. Next target, 5109. That's what, about 17 points. So that's a lot. If you want to split these two in half, I think it's probably already gone past that. Yeah, it's already gone past. You can also put another fib in here if you want, just to. Oops. All right, so if you don't want the whole thing, you don't want to wait till 5109 because that may be too far. That's another 15, 16 points. 70% of this gap is at 50.049, 88%. So any is just, since everything is fractal and working off the algorithm, and just use the Fibonacci's and work with that. But you can see I went on the 1 hour, so I took a big time frame, took the last pullback that led to this expansion leg, and it's 150%. So half of one standard deviation. Further than that, a full standard deviation. And this is probably not for today, but long term, if we continue bullish for several days, you're going to be looking at 51, 59 later. You like the Yeah, the two fibs is just because this area was so big, so it just gave you an opportunity to split it into something a little more manageable versus either scaling out at 50, 60, and then waiting again for another 50 points for your next exit, which in ES 50 points could take it could take a while. So just to have you something in the middle, and since it's already past 125, it really just gave you another. Yeah, it's crazy how you can just keep doing this. You want to just keep splitting it in half. Just take one of the square tools. So it gives you a half. So that's 100, 125, 150. And then take 50 and split it again. So now you have 100, 125, 137 and a half, then 150. So that'll give you 50.97, just depending on where price is when you have to go. Like if you don't have time to watch it, or if we're getting close to the end of the day, you can look for those kind of things. And I didn't learn that from anyone. That's just me going off the cuff as to how I would handle it. This right here, I did learn from someone else, but these levels in the middle, I just made up. For the 50% consistency rule, is that before or after fees? After. It's after. So it's whatever your balance is at the end of the day. Yeah, Charlotte. Normally it's the other way around. It's normally you'll take the stairs up and it'll take 5, 6, 7 bullish days. You'll get to some key level and then a CPI or FOMC or something comes. And in one day you'll erase that entire stair step and it'll just drop on you and clear all the lows. Man, I tell you, if only I had traded my normal account the way I traded my demo account today. Oh man, if only. It's all good. That forward testing is really going to help out real soon. Oh, let me drop back down. Sorry, we're on the 1 hour. Now we're back down to the 5 minute. Did we ever get a retracement to 50% here? We did not. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, not quite. This 50% that you see me taking on each of the candles, this is one of the ways I like to enter a trade in a trending market when you missed the entry and you weren't able to get in. 5 minutes is pretty high of a timetable. You want to drop down to the 1 minute and you want to start entering on 50% retracement of the previous candle that broke, made a new high and closed above. All right, looks like we're at about 50% of the fair value gap on the 1 hour. Now, let me do something here. Let's take off the 15 and put the 1 hour on. Zed, welcome back. Good afternoon. Yeah, I hear you sleeping with an open trade. I know people who do it, but I don't get it. They'll go and they'll put in a trade sometime in the Asia session just before midnight, and then they'll go to sleep and wake up the next morning to see if it worked out. All right, so the 5 minute Didn't retrace back the way I wanted it to, but you can see here on the 1 minute, every candle. Oops. See, retracing to half of it. Take the next one. It didn't quite get it, missed it by 1 tick. Take the next one. Pick up every hour to check on your trade. Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. I don't even do it during lunch break. So I know I can't do it overnight. All right, let's go ahead and close off those demo trades. It's clear I'm winning those things today. Yeah, if I had traded London and I had a nice trade going on, I would just stay up and watch it finish, and then I would go to sleep during New York and not even worry about it. Oops. All right, we didn't get it there. Let's see if this candle trades back, and it did for 50%. See if it makes a new high and closes above. It did. Wow, look at that. All right, so if you had entered here, you want to put your stop either under this low or the one below it. Preferably look at the previous candle that already had traded to its 50%. So this one, so you don't expect price to come back here. So you can put your stop here at 37. You would have entered at 47. Okay. This is the next one. $15 seconds. Can we make a new high and close? Okay, let's see if this candle does it. Okay, we have the macro coming up in 45 seconds. Yeah, it's anywhere from like 3 to 5 days. It does take them a little bit to process that and then activate everything for you. I think they say 5 days just so people don't bother them. But from what I've been hearing, it's been around 3. In the beginning, yes, you do until you build a cushion. So you have the 2,000 drawdown until you get to 52,000. So then you can't go below 50. And then after that, You just can't go below 50. So you can build it all the way up to 80 and you just can't go below 50. If Vivian, what you can do is work on the next combine while they're processing that. So then you have a couple accounts by the time the first one comes out. All right, let's see if we got a change in structure coming. Okay, we are in the macro now. We are there. Right, because of this run we've had up, we haven't really had a lot of swing lows and highs. I mean, there's a couple in here, but not a lot. So one thing to pay attention to is if it goes in and makes a new high now, then you got the swing low right here at 840. Right, so if you see something like this, then be careful in case this happens next. New low made. Okay, let's see if this candle pushes to a new high. Okay, if it does, remember that shape I just drew out. It's another situation of 50% of the body or 50% of the range. See if we now get a push up, close higher. Five seconds left. All right, 10 seconds left here. Let's see how it closes. Boom, bingo. All right. So, as I mentioned before, when we were here, if we were going to go bearish and go short, price on this 1 minute wouldn't have flipped bearish until we got all the way down here somewhere. But by making a new high after retracing a little bit, now you can go short after this level, so it can reach it much quicker. And remember, we like to reach it within these two areas here, between this 20-minute macro period. Dropped to 43%. Oh, okay. I think that's across the board. Most people don't make it to payout. Just regardless, Topstep, Apex, my funded futures, doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Yep. So we had this one where it traded down to 50% and bought out. Let's now track this one. Sorry about that. I'm a little slow. We didn't get it on the first candle, but this most recent candle did trade to the 50%. Let's see if it now wants to push out, or if what I had posted earlier is more likely to happen, which was this, coming from this low to this high, back down. We still have another 12 minutes before we know. Yeah, I think isn't one of the guys, doesn't he live there? And he was one of the founders of Topstep. I heard it from somebody. I haven't seen it firsthand. I think somebody was telling me the story one day. 10, 60. Oh, 50% of the wick. Is that what it is? Yep, I see what you're doing. I see you, unicorn. Well, that's the only thing left. It's just a wick. Other than the wick, we're at all-time highs again. So the wick extends from basically where we are now, 0.55 all the way up to 125. All right, so another break of that high, but did not close above. It's 2 o'clock now, so any silver bullet trader, this is your time. Excuse me. Got it. Okay, you close your long. Okay. Well, even if you entered right here when I pointed out this candle and it hit the 50%, that was still from 40 up to 53. That was still 13 to 14 pointer. All right. Look at that. Can it close above? Still the question. Okay. The last second it closes below. Yeah, you got to watch out for all these wicks here. Yeah, I think they're not. I think they're all 90%. I have this. I have the same link for 90%. Yep. Yeah, if you click on my link, I have 90% off until, yeah, it's another 3 days and 9 hours. So it looks like it runs all the way until till Sunday evening. Oh, laughter. Good job. $1,000 day. Okay. This one did tap it. Let's now see if it's done running or if it has more juice, as Vivian said. Oh, sorry about that. Let's make a shift. We're now here and here. This strategy definitely works when price is trending. Yeah, I got to learn to trust this thing because these entries look too easy. Get to the daily quickly. Let me just look at something. Weekly. All right, here we go on the weekly. All right, here we go on the weekly. So then if we do get to the high, I'm looking at 18,167. 18,167 is the next point. Okay. Or, okay. One more minute left in our macro. Doesn't look like we're going to break those lows, but who knows? Let me get back in here. Something crazy could happen this last minute. Ten seconds. All right. Oh, so it held. Still holding bullish. All right. Yeah. Come on to Phoenix. You better get good quickly because you want to get here before July. Yeah, it does look like it is helping. So I guess the last leg would be here. 50% would be right here. So it didn't quite make it there. 50% is, geez, I can't see. Right here. And that's where it retraced to 18052. Oh, that's a better idea. Yes, we should meet in Vegas. I mean, you're more than welcome to come to Phoenix too, but yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, people, yeah, we still go outside in July. It's just hot. And so outsiders are not used to it. All right. So when we get to a new high, we can look at this level down. This would be that 50% mark. Right, here we go. Come on. Close above. All right. These right here, since it's already retraced 50% of this leg, you just enter right when it comes off. So you'll see right here. See, it started right at 50% of this candle. So good. We'll move to the next one. Yeah, laughter. What happens with a lot of seasoned traders when they get really good at this, they only trade on trending days. They come in and they see that it's not trending, they close their laptop and do something else with their time. 50% play. Now it's moving up. Let's see if it closed outside. Do it one more time. All right, just hit 50%. Yeah, I'm mapping out 50% of each candle because when it's trending, it, I'm just forward testing ways to enter the market when you miss the ultimate entry and you still want to get in. I wait for it to make a new high and close higher. And then you take that candle that just made that high and you look for a 50% retracement to that candle. So the first one was, oops, was this one here. This candle here turned down to 50% and then closed higher. Then I mapped that one out. This candle traded down 50% and now we're pushing higher. Yep, and this is just on the 1 minute. So this is how you can, something I've been looking at on how to scalp or how to catch a trend and just catch the run. All right, so now we got a new one here. Now, eventually it does, it doesn't work. At some point, price does turn around and you end up losing a trade. But this is a way to find entries. And then you can put a tight stop loss once it moves on to the next candle and closes above. You can move your stop to break even or whatever just to protect yourself. Yep, so I have this 1 minute price leg here and I just put the marker. Right, so this candle here didn't come back to 50%. So let's see if this is where price trades to. Oh, actually it did. This candle came down and hit it. All right, let's find a candle that didn't have it. This one right here. Yep, so you could have entered on this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle, or even this candle. All right, wait for a close above. Didn't get it. Or as a consequent encroachment of the 4-hour wick, we're looking at 18081. Yeah, you're right, Ray. Everyone did say that yesterday after lunch. And we're up another 500 points since then, maybe more. Right? Looks like we even got 50% of this range with this candle down. See if we can get a closure above. All right, this candle by default, it's already traded down to 50%. It's right there. Bingo. Unreal. Yeah, I gotta keep forward testing this because it looks like a winner when it comes to trending price. Yep. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely extremely easy today, and that's why I'm also not taking live trades. I'm just testing. All right, Splash. Good job. Uh, 18,121. Okay. Oh, you want to? Oh, you're holding for the all-time high. Okay, got it. 18,040. All right, all right. Okay. If you're still in, so you're up 45 points now. Good job, A dot. Boom. Okay, so this one didn't get hit, so we'll hold it. Let's see the next time we get a close above. Oh no, I'm there with you. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it wants to touch it. Okay, let's see if we get a higher push now. Okay, so we have hit consequent encroachment of that wick. We just got that at 81, I believe. 18,081. Wonder if that consequent encroachment of, or the mean threshold of the wick is going to be enough to start some sort of retracement. This candle body started right at 50%. Let's see if that's enough to push it out of this zone, create a new high, and close above. I thought you were holding for the top. Okay. All right. So we got a closure above, but not a new high. Let's see if it can trade above that wick and close above. See, is it trying to? Okay. Well, we're on the 1 minute, so you're gonna have to be on one of these low time frames to find a breaker up here, or if we create one. Maybe in the next macro in another 20 minutes, you'll get a breaker or something similar. All right. Finally, we got a disruption. Look at that. All right, so there's 50% of that retracement leg. Marked it up. It's this leg here pushing down before the last leg up. So if anyone interested, it is this move here from this high down to this low. Okay, here on the 1 minute. Okay, we got a rebalance. So let's now see what price does now that it's rebalanced itself. Essentially, basically just closing in, making sure there's no fair value gap. See if this candle, we still haven't had a closure above this candle. So we want to see a closure above 70, 18,070. Yep, I see what you're saying. 991. Yeah, I follow you, Queen. Let's pay attention to this fair value gap here. Assuming we get up that high. One thing we have on our side, we do have equal highs. Close above, then I look and see if the next candle is going to continue to trend. So when I get a close above, then I draw the candle and look and see if 50% is a launching point for the next candle. So what I was looking for was for this candle to be overtaken, and it was, or not really. It was right on the cusp. It was, let's see, I was 69.5, and then this closure 69.5. So it didn't beat it. It only equaled it. I was looking for it to close above. But we did pass. We took out this swing low here. So we do need to acknowledge this candle took out that low and closed below. And so in order to swing back bullish, we need these equal highs out. Or we need to do what we're doing right now, sweep this low and then come back for a high. Which is fine. So we have macro coming up in 10 more minutes. So let's see how price action is performing for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll look at the macro and see what it needs to do. Meanwhile, we are seeking lower prices. So anyone who was looking for some sort of bearish movement, here you are. Still have this price action here. See if it wants to break below that. Queen, what was that level that you had marked out? Was what, 990, I think? I think it was consequent encroachment of a 1 hour fair value gap. I think it's 990 you were looking at, or 991. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this weekend is, I got to get on it. I have definitely got to get on it. Wait a minute. Did we get a? Right back at it. Let's see if we can't get this going again. See if it will make a new high. Exactly. Yes. The likes are very low right now. Looks like I might want to trade in between these two, in between the range here, up until we start the macro in another 3 minutes. Okay, maybe I thought it did. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this air conditioning off. It's cold. There we go. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Queen, I know this is the 1 minute, but what do you think about this here? Sports Hub, it depends. We're going to enter the macro. So we'll see how price action looks when it comes out. So in another 20 minutes, we should have a better indication of what price action is looking like, and whether it's pushing upwards or downwards. The two black lines that you see on the screen now represents market structure. So depending on which direction it goes, that'll help tip its hand a little. That's what I'm asking. Is this a breaker? We had a retracement down, we had a trade above, and we had a trade below. We have a fair value gap inside. We traded back in. We made a new low, traded back in. Now it looks like we might make a new low again. I know it's on the 1 minute, and most people hate 1 minute breakers, but oh, okay. All right. 250, everyone. So it's macro time. Okay. So we had a push up. These equal highs went and tapped into that 4-hour wick, consequent encroachment, and then we had a breakdown in price. 219. Yep, that's the one. I have 218 and 219 combined as one range. Yep. Yeah, I have this level marked up at 18,052. We need to break that level. Oh, you're in a short down to 991? Okay. I don't know why this retracement leg right here is so strong. Okay. So your change in state of delivery, is it this candle here at 231? That's true. I was thinking that if nothing happened today, that tomorrow was going to be the day. And if it just continued bullish tomorrow, then next week was just going to be a freaking floodgate open. Oh, power hour. Yeah. And that's probably why it's leaving those equal highs. We have equal highs up here on every time frame. The 1 minute, 15 minute. All right, brother Free. We'll catch you on the next one. Oh, wow. Look at that. All right. Finally. Okay. So there's a break lower. Substantial break. 20 points already on this candle. All right. This fair value gap is 1 hour. It's a 1 hour fair value gap. All right. Hey, no problem. No problem. Thanks for joining. I think you said you're from Uzbekistan. Hmm. Yeah, you're right about that, Ray. It did deliver 40 points. I mean, you had to sit through a little bit of this, but then that one candle delivered it all. Right. Oh, you send it? Okay. Sweet, Robin. No problem. Hey, you got it. Hmm. I don't know. Is that what it was? Yeah, I see it was a that we hit almost a consequent encroachment of 15 minute, 15-minute busy. Let me switch these back over to 15. We've reached 61% on the retracement so far. %. Candle body sitting on 61%. Hey, let's see what happens if we get up to 18,069. Okay, so it has to hit the breaker before it gets there. Let's see if it'll make it. Still another 6 minutes to see if it can break that high. Oh, 30s. Okay. Yep. All right, there we go. We've now crossed over. Let's see if we can close. What we have in 1 second. I didn't make it. Couldn't close. It did poke his head over though. Stuck his toe in the water. Didn't want to fully commit. .30 seconds left. Mm-mm-mm. There we go. Got it. Okay. Did not create a fair value gap. There's a massive one right here. And this is technically the full breaker. All right, let's see how price reacts at 18,060. All right, Splash. Catch you on Friday. Take care. What is happening? Pilot, not sure what your question is. All right, 310 now. So let's now shift this over to 10 after 4. Yeah, we had on the 5 minute here, there was a bearish fair value gap. We had a big rejection out of there, closing back into the range. We'll see if price wants to make another go at it. Yeah, ICT is a lot. It's a lot. And Robin, just so you know, I started my ICT education back in like November of 2021. So it's been a long time studying his materials and then going back and back testing his materials and then practicing and trying to win trades. So I can only only empathize with you being where you are now and only recently being introduced to the concepts and trying to catch it. So yeah, just keep checking in and it'll start clicking for you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to be as helpful as I can. So if you have any questions, I know you've been really good about asking questions too. Hopefully that rubs off on some of the other members who are also having questions, but maybe a little afraid to ask. Right. I also have to be, aware that there could be language barriers. So maybe there are some traders in the room that want to ask a question, but may not be comfortable asking in English. But oh, a few months. Okay. Awesome. All right, Queen. Take care. Hopefully, you and your mom have a good time celebrating her birthday. And no trading and driving. Right above. There it is. Come on. I'm hoping Ray was right, and we're going to go for these highs during the power hour. Either way, you're in profit. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, we'll catch you tomorrow. All right, one of the things I learned from ICT is when you have a swing high like this with the high and then the lower highs to the right hand side, that third candle, if you can get the fourth candle to take over the high of the third candle, you have a pretty good chance of price continuing in that direction. If it takes the high before it takes the low. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but you have a good chance. Hey, broke out of this 2 minute breaker here. Two-minute breaker with the 2 minute fair value gap. Let's see if that propels price to new highs, or at least new highs this afternoon, even if not the ultimate high. All right, Rob. Let's catch you tomorrow. Take care. Nope, I'm not currently in a trade right now, P. We are not in a trade. We're just looking to see if we can overcome this high here. We did flip back around and start performing bullish again. So we came out of the breaker. We had a fair value gap inside. It was able to support price, push it higher. But we do have equal highs up here we were looking for price to move towards. But I am currently not in a trade. All right, 18.087 up next. Remember, the fair value gaps are from the 15-minute. Didn't close higher. Closed just below the wick. Just below the wick. All right, let's go down to the 1 minute and see if something occurred there that we need to be aware of. Seven. Okay, let's see if this bounce off of the breaker here pushes price higher now. We had a retracement back into the breaker, and then we had one that touched right at the upper edge of the breaker. Still another 20 seconds before we close this candle, but once it closes, we'll see where we are. And that was a good way to end that candle. All right, we got price hung up for the time being, not looking for higher values. Okay, well, we got a push out now after having a similar retracement as we had just before. So now we have equal lows here. All right, everyone, we're at half past the hour. So another 30 minutes of trading. In about 20 minutes, we'll get that final macro that could give us that last push. If anyone was here yesterday or a couple weeks ago, sometimes at 350, we do get a nice little push there. So if you are looking for setups, I suggest you stay till the end. All right, I was just checking to see. Looks like we might get an invalidation of the breaker. So keep an eye on that. There we go. Look at that. All right. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Here we go. All right, let's get back up to the 5 minute now just to see where we are. All right, Laura, take care and we'll catch you tomorrow or the next time you're available. All right, while we're at a sort of a stalemate in price action here, any new people, if you have questions, go ahead and throw in the chat now. Let's see if we can't answer those questions for you. Okay, right now we're in between these two ranges here. In fact, we're pretty much right at 50%. Is price running out of steam here? Just look and see where we are. 50% is 061. All right. Moved above the high of the last candle. Let's see if it continues to push and we take out that previous swing high. Yes, KD. One thing you might want to do is look into my description. Click the link on the Discord. There's a lot of links in there to videos that I recommend, whether it be breaker blocks or learning about. Let me just, you know what? See, so let me just open up the Discord. Yeah, it's there's a daily bias video in there. There's breaker blocks, um, change in state of delivery, silver bullet, how to trade macros. You don't have a daily. There's also a video if you don't have a daily bias. Um, but what I suggest on the start is first make sure you're really familiar with market structure and how that works. So let me just grab you a couple links. I'll get you going. Sure. All right, watch these four first. The first one's going to be mostly about market structure, just so you can see when price action is changing from bullish to bearish and how you can build a strategy out of that. So you want to start there. And then the most popular ICT entry model is the 2022 mentorship model. And so a lot of people use that one. And so the next three links are summaries from another ICT student who put some, because if you watch the ICT videos, it's going to be 20 videos just to get the concept and another 20 of examples. But one of his students put together 3 summary videos that explain the concept. So those 4 videos would be really good to get you started. But let me get the Discord link for you, and then you can go into the Discord and pull some more. And that's going to be on breaker blocks or any of the other strategies that ICT teaches. And there's the Discord link. Oh, so close. Almost broke that level. All right, let's see if it's just coming back to hit half of this handle here. Wait, it wants more than that, seems. Okay, we have the macro coming up in about 5 minutes, a little bit less. Oh, yep. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm pretty bad about announcing it. And I know a lot of people aren't jumping into the description. Yeah, inside of the Discord, mostly what we have I have a lot of links to videos that support the trading style that I'm using. There's also other traders in there where sometimes we'll put in markups of the charts. On the weekend, I usually will put in a weekly outlook so you can just kind of frame up your week based on what the weekly time frame is showing. All right, we're close enough to the macro now. I'm just going to drop it down to the 1 minute so we can watch it from that time frame. We still have our fair value gaps coming from the 15 minute. And draw your attention to these relative equal highs up near 18,084. Right now, it looks like we're in the middle, right in the center of this price range. Okay, slightly in discount. All right, macro time it is. Right, so we did flip back bullish on this candle at 342 here on the 1 minute time frame. We want higher prices. We do not want to see price dip below 18,043. Let's see if we get an impulse candle up. I mean, we're at the end of the day, and it's been quite an eventful day at that, or quite an eventful 24 hours if anyone was here at 4 o'clock yesterday. Um, so we won't be overly optimistic for price right now, but still, it looks like it could run up for those equal highs and not leave it for another session. And if it's going to do it now, it's the time to get it done. It looks like an impulse candle to me. Let's see if it can hold and not retrace before it closes. Okay, not bad. Not great either. Very nice skip. I like that one. All right, let's see if it can run up there. We need another 15, 17 points, something like that. Didn't want to see a full retracement by the end of the candle. Wasn't looking for that. All right, anything else from anyone? Any other final questions during this session? All right, Miss Healthy, take care. We'll catch you on the next one. It looks like we're going to be pushing towards the low end of this extreme here, low end of this range. We do have a 15-minute fair value gap to try to hold price as it approaches this swing low down here at 18,042. Let's see, we now have a sweep of a low. Let's see if it continues to push up or if we just get price to consolidate until the end. No, cool, calm. I was not. No, I was had some personal things going on that's been clogging my brain. So I decided that if I wasn't fully focused, that it's not good to trade. So I used today's session as a forward testing. I was you saw me earlier this afternoon when I was looking at how to scalp on a trending market day. Those kind of things. I saw the breaker earlier this morning for a different trade setup, and so those are the things that I was looking at today. So I saw setups, I saw things that I liked. Obviously, yesterday afternoon was a crazy day after 4 o'clock, where price moved over 200 points upwards, and so um, today didn't seem like it was that difficult to take a trade and win a trade, but I just mentally, my mind wasn't in the right place. Yeah, but yeah, it happens. And there's something that's in your way and it's taking your focus away. I mean, trading's hard enough if you're fully focused. So I didn't want to try it if I wasn't fully focused. Yep. Thanks, Vivian. Was trying not to make any mistakes because I've done it before where you think about trading and you think there's money to be made. So you always want to get out there and try to do something. But some days you just don't have it, or it's just not wise to give it a try. All right. Looks like it's not going to push higher. It has broken the low there. I don't know if anyone took that short. We're in now the fair value gap on the 15-minute, and we've exhausted our time for this afternoon. So it's just after 4 o'clock. If there are any final questions, I'll answer those. Otherwise, we will catch you tomorrow. On the way out, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification, make sure that you're getting all the invitations. If you're a futures trader or you want to be a futures trader and you're looking to do it, in the description, there's links to both Topstep and Apex. Apex is running a deal now where you can pass in 1 day and it's 90% off the valuation calls. Topstep, you get 20% off with my link off of the regular prices if you are not currently a customer. Um, yeah, that's it's been a good day. It's been quite a run. If you look at price action on a higher time frame, you will be impressed if you weren't trading today and you just showed up. Um, but we have one more day this week, tomorrow, and we'll see what Friday brings us. I'm back at it tomorrow morning at 9:15. So if anyone is an AM trader, New York morning trader, catch me tomorrow at 9:15. Otherwise, I'll also be back tomorrow afternoon at 1300. Let's see. All right. No questions. That's fine. That's cool. All right, everyone. Cheers to the next time. I'll see you.